Happy Friday! It's Katie here with Junque. If you haven't watched us before, my name is Katie, and I'm the owner of Junque, which is a DIY workshop. I also love to inspire other creative women to start their creative businesses and grow their creative businesses to fulfill their passion and purpose in life. So, welcome, welcome. Say hey as you're popping in. That's your way to give me a big old virtual hug and say hi. It is Friday. Let's say yay for the weekend. I have a fun project I'm gonna work on tonight. Let me get the chat set up as all of you are coming in. Say hi, because I'm not seeing any comments yet. Hang on. There we are. Hi, Lori. Hey, Carla. There's Cindy from Maine. Hey, girl. If I get this set up, I'll be able to see your comments without squinting. Okay. About there. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're ready now. Let's make sure I don't say any sound. Hi, Denise from Washington. Oh, we have a Canadian in the house. All right, you guys ready for the weekend? Is everybody ready that it's Friday? I'm actually, our weekends are so weird because our studio, the busiest time for us is in the weekend. So tomorrow I'll be working a class in the morning. So, but it is fun. So not too hard work. Okay. I'm seeing comments. Hopefully that will work. Well, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna do a fun centerpiece. I need to work on spring Easter decor at my house. I think I may be hosting Easter this year. We'll see. So have you guys started decorating for Easter? Let me know. Let me know. Or spring, yeah? Hi, Mary. This is still a little behind here. Let's see. It's just so much easier when I can read over here, girls. Sorry, I'm gonna start painting. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Just starting to decorate. Okay, so I have this beastly thing. If you guys watched the video, I think we played with cement, making faux cement. That was the video that I also showed some flea market finds. So this beast of a centerpiece I bought for 14 bucks. And we're gonna do some fun things to make it look a little better than this, because it's kind of got like a half stained, half painted bar here, and it's just old, but I like old. But I'm gonna layer on some paint in some different areas and do some fun things. Hey, Marnie. I just talked to sweet Marnie on the phone. All right, so this guy I picked up for 14 bucks, and it already was painted this taupey color, and it looks like maybe it's white underneath, so I figure it's a perfect candidate for adding some more chippy layers. So I have a fun way to do that with Vaseline. Have you guys used Vaseline for layering? You don't even have to use a sander with this technique, so that makes it pretty fun if you're not handy with tools, okay? So, Cindy, are you the only one decorating? Anybody else decorating for spring or Easter? I'm gonna paint the handle too, so I'm just going for it. And then I'll talk about what we're gonna do to make this look chippy and old. Okay? So I'm just kind of randomly using this emeraldy green color. It's not gonna be the top color that shows, but I need some different colors to make some fun layers with my paint. So, okay, so Amy's getting started too. So maybe this is the weekend. Maybe this is what you guys are doing this weekend. You're decorating for Easter and spring. I think actually I might put this on my buffet at my house. It needs a little decor, and I figured like this is probably one statement piece, and it was probably all I need on that buffet. So, but yeah, this was a flea market find. We've done other centerpiece troughs. I know people always ask what I'm gonna do my centerpiece for the season. So I'm kind of doing that that instead of my open trough. So this has like a top, but if you guys have like the trays, we've done the build on the bases before, you could totally, you know, use inspiration from this video to do that. And this is like, I'm a not perfection painter, so this is the perfect paint thing for me, right? Hi there, Be Still Farms Joy. How are you? Yep, she's decorating. Mary, you're moving, hopefully not far away. Hopefully not far. She's a local gal. I'm gonna switch to this. Okay, so I could do a whole coat of this green color. Let me show you, make sure you see. Look at how this is. Right? Looks a hot mess. I just like, you're like, I thought she was improving it, and not so far, right? I could do a whole coat of the green and then dry it and all of that, but I'm not patient enough to do that. So I'm kind of cheating, but it'll work. I'll show you, okay? So now I'm gonna add some random blue marks here. And then we only have to dry it once, and then we'll put the Vaseline on there that resists the other paint that goes on top of it. I use this technique, some of you were asking me how I did the base for the tulip carrot we made, and this is what I did with that one. So that one was, I don't know if it was like taupey on the top or yellow on the top, but I had layers of green and orange that I had done the Vaseline technique with, so you can go look at that board and be like, that's how I did that. So it was just a plain piece of like pine or plywood, and you can use this to just make it look more, have more character. I didn't need to like beat this one up. A lot of times if I'm doing a flat board like that, I'll use, you know, a chisel and a chain and just really get some character into the wood. But this one already has loads of character. Let me tell you, it's kind of just old and cruddy. But that's okay, that's why I like things. And it's gonna be super cute once we get it full of all the goodies. So we're gonna paint it and fill it tonight. So I'll arrange that. I think, I don't know, I'm gonna try to leave the knob, because it's kind of a decorative detail. It already had like a little knob over here. I don't know, on one end. Like I said, I didn't make this. I picked it up at the flea market because it was a really good deal. So I didn't even have to ask my husband to build me anything or try to use tools and staple things to my table. That's what usually happens. Okay, let me let this dry a minute and chat at you girls, okay? Darby can't wait to start. Yay! Hi, Veronica. Happy Friday. I'm drinking caffeine. This probably means it's going to be a late one. Oh, Mary, you're moving closer to the studio. Yay! Oh, that makes me happy. Good, good. Scrolling back here. Okay, let me know. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, so I was like, to see familiar faces. Will you put a 1 in the comment if it's your very first time watching? Let me know it's your first time. A 1 will represent first timers, so I can say hi to you. All right, I've got this smattered with paint. Like, this looks like a hot mess. You guys don't lose faith in me just yet. I promise this is gonna be beautiful, okay? I'm gonna get my heat gun real quick. And do this. So I just gotta blow dry it, and then, like I said, we'll use the Vaseline on it next. And I'm just gonna paint it white on top, and so it'll have the other colors that are already on here peeking through. I'm like blowing up dog hair. I can see it in the air. Story of my life. Hey, Laura. Oh, it's Christina's first time and Kay's first time. Yay! Well, cool. I know we've had a lot of new followers on our page, which, you know, hopefully I'll get to know so many of you. So, crafting is one of those languages that's like worldwide. So if you like crafting, DIYing, I'm so glad you're here. And hopefully I can inspire you a little bit. Cassie's been off the face of the planet, huh? She had some phone issues. She's commenting on here. That's funny. Aww. Well, thank you. that was a sweet comment about you guys coming back. Look at that whole tuft of dog hair just flew out of there. I did pretty thin coats of paint, so hopefully these will dry quick and we can move on to that next step. I got paint on my shirt somehow already. Blow dry, blow dry. Hi, Lori. Thank you for sharing, Amy. That really helps. I know this blow drying part isn't fun, but the rest of the stuff we're going to do is going to be fun. Okay, I don't know if I shared it on my page yet. Maybe I did earlier. But Sunday night, will you guys like mark your calendars to join me? Because I need some girls to be on my cheering squad. That's what I need. I need a cheer squad. I just was talking to my Creative Crafts group, which is our monthly crafty kit club. And I was telling them, come over Sunday. So they helped me come up with the hashtag J2JCrew, okay? So Sunday night I'm competing in a crafty competition. So this fluffy girl is never gonna run a 5K, okay? No ambition to do that. But crafty competition, who knew? Like, this is gonna be my moment, right? So this is probably the only kind of competition I'll be competing in. So I would love y'all to come over and cheer me on. It's called The Greatest Crafter in the World. They have a Facebook page, so after this, don't abandon me. You can look, and I have it shared on my page, I think. If not, I will. And there'll be more information over there. I'm competing with a girl named Jessica, who's super, super sweet, from A Sweet Life. And so our category is farmhouse decor. So that is right up my alley. And so we have some pretty free reign over projects. But yeah, so I need my crew, all of you who are watching, to come over Sunday night and cheer me on. And then you vote for the winner. It's a whole thing. It's fun. So they've done wreath competitions, like where there's two, like she'll be making something and I'll be making something on screen at the same time. And not the same things, but on the wreath ones, they had like a theme, like maybe a spring wreath, I think was last week. And so they're making side by side real time, like it's an hour. And then everybody who's watching gets to vote on the winner for the greatest crafter in the world, or for the week, that's the greatest crafter in the world. So isn't that fun? Lori, you can relate to the dog hair. Thank you. Thank you. No judgment zone, right? Oh, hang on. I forgot to do my Vaseline part. This is the whole trick. Barb is asking about these, the Creative Crate. She wants a hint. Yes, there's a spring item for your front door in the March crate. I've given that hint. But, you know, there'll be at least 2 items in your kit, and you know, I haven't finalized the second item. Okay, so I'm just taking a little bit of, I got paint on my hair, a little bit of the Vaseline on my finger and kind of rubbing it on some spots where I have this green and some spots where I have the blue. So where I apply this, the white paint that I'm going to paint on next is not going to stick, okay? So that's going to create this effect that the paint was layered and then over time chipped away. So I'm like giving it a faux aged look. So you can layer as many colors of paint as you want to do this. And like I said, the Vaseline just kind of, it's this magic thing. You don't like see the full reveal of what the Vaseline is doing until the end. I will say you don't want to do super thick on the Vaseline. It can look like it has a disease if you do it too thickly, because you just kind of want gentle spots, not full on like gaping holes of the green and blue. So, and it is one of those things you won't see the full effect until the end, so it's a little bit of magic reveal when you get to do it at the very end. So I'm trying to make sure I got Vaseline. I didn't paint the whole end there. How'd y'all let me do that? I didn't put any color down there. All right, well, that'll be a boring end, I guess. So when I talk and craft, then I'm going to end with like No paint, no Vaseline in some areas. I gotta pay attention. I had some thick paint right here. Let me blow dry that up more a second. Hang on. Okay, got that. There was a thick blob of paint. Okay, so I dabbled around with my Vaseline. So that doesn't dry, it stays wet essentially. I'll wipe off my hands here. Hi Kay, hey Jennifer. How are you girls? Welcome to the weekend. Okay, so Pamela has agreed to be part of my cheer team. Thank you. And Amy will be there. Yay! Okay. So I'm glad. Okay. So we'll see if I can win y'all the title of greatest crafter in the world. So yeah, that's what I'm getting ready. I gotta get all my supplies, and I gotta be organized. I don't know what Jessica's making or what her plan is, so I don't want to. Should I keep mine a secret? I guess. I don't want to share the competition. Might get a leg up on me, huh? So, okay. So now I should be ready to put on my white coat of paint. Anybody got a question so far about this? I'm not even going to worry about the center of my box because I'm going to fill it with beautiful things. So I'm just leaving that as is, if you're wondering. Okay. So my paint's dry, Vaseline on, and now we're painting. Once I get this paint on, I'll show you kind of some of the ideas. You guys can help me pick out what we're gonna do in the centerpiece because I have a few options. And I think you guys like to collaborate and craft with me. I love it. You guys help me create something usually better than I imagined so far. So I love your input when I'm working on stuff. So hopefully you like that too. I'm just using regular paint today, not chalk paint or anything like that. So you could use chalk paint if that's what you got. Nothing special. And I thought about this too, like I should have cut a stencil. I didn't bring my laptop has my cutting software for my plotter on it, and I didn't bring it home, or I would have probably cut a stencil to put some words on the front. So I may add that after the fact, but I just didn't have it prepared to go tonight. But we can talk about whether we should leave it plain or stencil on it. Okay. So as I'm painting, I'll see some areas that look like a greasy spot, like your white paint isn't sticking, and I just don't try to force the paint to cover there. That's where the Vaseline is. So I'm letting that Vaseline do its job, resisting the paint. So you will kind of see that where it starts to separate if you try this. And don't just keep going over those spots or anything like that. You want to let the Vaseline work its magic, okay? So I got kind of a sloppy coat on here. That's just fine. Jen, I do love to go to the Habitat Restore place for sure. I got this at like a local flea market, but I pick up cabinet doors, especially at Habitat Restore, because they're just a few dollars, and I use those for everything from signs to coffee table trays. I don't know. I feel like we've made 5 things out of cabinet doors. I'll look at the camera, see if I'm getting the paint covered there. Got it down. So I'm solo with the puppies tonight because it's guard weekend for my husband. So it's always girl weekend for me and my daughter, but then she went to class tonight. So she volunteered. I think he was sick or something, and she volunteered to work for them. And so she ended up working. So I was like, I'm gonna craft and get in here, work on something I want to do. Is that your go-to if the house is empty? Like, do you work on a project? I will craft or redecorate something probably every time. I rearranged my furniture this past weekend, I think for the third time since we've lived in the new house. I'm trying to figure out the layout because we need new couches, but I didn't want to buy them before we moved in and figured out like how things worked best in the living room. So, but it's funny because I had 2 couches and now I went to a chair and a couch, or 2 chairs and a couch. And the dogs are dismayed because there's only 1 couch for them to be on. So if the humans are sitting on the couch, the dogs are now upset because they don't have their couch. They think it's theirs. So I think we're discovering that this layout will not work. We can't do chairs instead of a couch, so. Our poor puppies. They'll have a boycott, huh? You change your house too, Cindy? Does anybody's dogs dictate their decorating? I also bought a rug that has already like been booted from the new house. Yeah, I don't know. We had a jute rug that I really liked at the old house, and I bought a new one which I thought was going to be similar, but it just snagged really bad with the dog's claws and stuff, so it like got tore up really fast. I was sad. But, okay, Heather's asking about my hair. Are you local, Heather? Your name sounds very familiar, Heather Davis. So my hair, I don't know what brand of color my hairdresser uses. I can ask her, I can text her. But Shay at Cabin Red does my hair, and she does a really good job with the color, and then I also do a lot of things to make sure that it stays nice and gray, blonde, white, whatever. So it doesn't get yellowy and brassy. So I got some special shampoos and things. So, oh, Rita's redecorating too. Oh, you're in Oklahoma. Okay, Heather, I will get the details from my hairdresser. Find out what brand it is, okay? I'll do you a favor. People always ask, how do they do it? I know she colors it, and then we tone it after. So it's like a 2-step deal. You're sweet, girl. Rita's redecorating. Okay, I think I've almost got all the surfaces covered. I'm painting. I'm glad this is a sloppy project. It feels like a big one to have to paint live. So did any of you guys do the centerpiece box for Christmas and stuff? I thought Carla was on, and I know she did, but there was probably like a dozen people when I did that video that sent us pictures that they did a centerpiece box of their own. So these little trugs or toolbox type things that you can find on flea markets you can use, or you can build it pretty easily. Like I usually do 36 inches for my table, and you just need 3 boards that are 36 inches and then like the end caps to go on. So you need 3, like a side, a bottom, and a side, and then 2 end caps to fit. So it's a pretty easy build to do if you need something like this, minus the top pieces. You know? Anytime you guys make something that like you've been inspired by our video or something, or send them to me, would you guys? Like either, you know, email them to us or message us on Facebook or Instagram, because I love sharing those. I shared the carrot tulips and the Easter bunny door hangers, and so it's just fun seeing that. Like I said, the crafting just is worldwide. It's just everywhere, and I love it when I can share what I love and you guys can make something. So hey, Lori, I love it. Lori says she's got a nail gun, a compressor, some saws. You are making things, girl. I love it. We have Carla that works for us. She's not retired yet, but she just she works for us a couple nights a week just because it's fun for her. But yeah, she said that for Christmas, her husband got her a whole like station in the garage to keep all of her tools now, and she's got the air compressor and a nail gun, and so she's set up with her own workshop in the garage, which I love it. Oh, cool. Your project sounds cool, Heather. You'll have to show us. Okay, this is drying, but let's look at some options. I'm gonna wipe off again. Hang on. I'm a messy painter. Amanda, I will, for March, we will offer the Centerpiece boxes. Yeah. I usually don't do them filled for classes. You just come and build the box, and you can either like personalize it or stencil a word on one or both sides. So yeah, that'll be coming up in March. For those of you who don't want to build your own, you can come to a class and use all our supplies and stuff. So, okay, what I got here. Hang on. So I found these at the at-home store. And they're like little eggs, so I think we could like, there's a few colors. They're not very rustic or farmhousey, so we could like embellish them or distress them, maybe, if we felt like they didn't go. Although the colors are muted and soft. So those could go in with our florals. Or I have, I'm like, where did I put all the things? Like these little mossy green bunnies. Can you see them? These are as far as like the embellishments. I'm going to do florals, and I'll show you guys those. So there's these little bunnies. There's like 2 of them. So these could go in there. Whoa. And if I put those in, then I'd probably use some of these eggs and put those on picks and go in. So either like eggs and bunnies incorporated into our flowers, or these big eggs. Like I'm thinking we could probably get 3 down the middle. So you have to say eggs or bunnies. Vote for eggs or bunnies. Okay? So that'll help me when we get to that step. Eggs, bunnies, eggs, bunnies. The at-home store is in Rogers. It just opened up. They have a lot of locations nationwide. The at-home store. They're kind of, it's all home decor. Eggs and bunnies, 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 eggs. Okay, eggs and bunnies. Oh shoot, you gotta say bunnies, or only eggs. Eggs mean the big eggs. Bunnies mean the green bunnies with the little eggs. Okay? Okay, so I see some bunnies. You guys like the bunnies? Okay. We can do that. We can do that. And that's an easy one. I mean, easy to find those supplies for sure. Okay. And then as far as florals and stuff go, I have some hydrangeas. I have like white and this pinky color. And okay, I shared these on Instagram stories the other day. I had like a moment when I was at Hobby Lobby where these were really inspiring to me and I wanted to do something with cabbage. And then I got them home and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Like, I don't know. But maybe in an Eastery centerpiece, it could work. I don't know. So I got those. I have these little blue berries. I kind of got these to coordinate with the big egg things. So we may have to look and make sure they go with these colors. So this color, and so the 2 kinds of hydrangeas, the blue, the cabbage, those are kind of the scheme we're going with. I have some more blush flowers too, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna blow dry. You guys like the cabbage? Okay. The cabbage is like 3 times the size of the bunny. But it'll just be like greenery, right? I got one more cabbage that's more like purpley and stuff, but I don't know what it is. I'll find it. And blow drying, and then we'll see the reveal of the Vaseline, and then we can move on to the filling it part, okay? There's a new Peter Cottontail movie? I didn't even know. Her baby baby bunnies. They're baby bunnies eating the giant cabbage. That's what we're going with, girls. I hope 2 bunnies is enough. Well, it'll be good. Okay, blow drying. It's getting there. It's not too wet. I'm going to put a little bit of floral foam down inside because this is a really big, deep trough, so I don't want to have to fill it all with greens. And then I have some tricks for like the base of it near your flowers too. So. Heather asked if I could use more than one heat gun. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's probably the same power as a blow dryer, so. Yeah, blow dryers tend to trip the breakers, right? You guys are so creative. I love it. Okay, I was just touching right here to see if it was dry, and that was a Vaseline spot. So you see how easily that's going to come right off in like a chippy way. We're getting there, we're getting there. Okay. Denise may not be a fan of the bunnies. Okay, that's fine. Hang on, I'm finding some towels. Okay, like I said, there's no need to sand with this. You can sand, but today, since we're inside, I'm just going to use a rag and try to wipe out the spots that have the Vaseline on them. Careful of the heat gun because the tip gets really hot. I got burned one day. Hi, Andy. You're used to watching paint dry? Well, thanks, Amy. I don't know. I always feel like it's so painful for y'all, but I try to keep chatting and hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so I just kind of rub around until I can get a spot started. Okay, so see that, how that wiped right there? So then you can kind of just keep rubbing until it reveals. You can kind of see the shiny spots where the Vaseline is. Isn't that kind of cool? Okay. Trying to do it so you guys can see and I can actually do what I need to do here. Let me open my office door. I'm like sweating in here. Whew. I made myself a little sauna. It was so warm. That means the dogs can get in now. We'll see. So this is cool, like especially along the edges, it catches really nicely to put some Vaseline on the edges. Sometimes I'll put like my little fingernail in there. I don't have nice nails because I craft all the time, right? And so I'll kind of scratch at it a little bit. Does that make sense? Once you get a spot started where you can kind of see it, where it's supposed to peel. This part was not so dry right here, so this is kind of gooey. But I can always take a little bit of white on my brush and go back and dry brush areas if it got too chippy, okay? So that's one good tip, like I said, because you're not going to know exactly how it's going to look with the Vaseline until you do this part. And so if you feel like you got too much Vaseline on, you're like me, this probably wasn't fully dry right there, I could just take a little paintbrush and go right over and put a coat. Okay. I'm gonna find all the Vaseline spots now. There we go. Oh, Megan is gonna paint some flowers. Yay! Well, we're painting Centerpiece right now tonight. Working on some spring stuff for my house. What are you gonna paint flowers on? Let us know. My daughter was seriously a better flower painter than me. I was like rusty, y'all. I think I put Vaseline on this side. Maybe not. Maybe that was the end I didn't. Oh, no, it was. And then I didn't. Because I put it on the knob side. For sure. You guys can see how that's chipping off just by rubbing? Isn't that neat? So you could do all sorts of colors underneath. Or just one, or... And I kind of did the splotchy technique, so it looked diseased before we put the top coat on. And you can do it that way, or you can do layers of paint. I'll have to wipe off the knob because I kind of painted on it. Okay. We're getting there. This side. Let's rub on this side a little bit, okay? So it's kind of solid. And then I can see the shiny areas. And I'll just start right there. And not easily. Like I said, if you put your little finger in there and kind of scratch away, that'll kind of continue it in a... It looks nice that way. I feel like it looks like it chipped away. I don't want my... of how this box was. It looks like it's probably old now. Instead of like a Frankenstein piece of scrap wood, it kind of looks cool. I love the edges for sure when it gets Vaseline on there. Okay. So I love it. That's looking pretty neat. Okay. So now let's get to the filling. Oh, filling. Oh goodness. You want a hello spring sign? All right, you gonna paint it? Just gonna do her flowers. Okay. Floral foam. The at-home store, if you guys have one, this is $5 for all this foam. And I think I'll probably need maybe 3 pieces. Which I feel like is a good price compared to Hobby Lobby and stuff. I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's expensive, but... And I don't need tons in there for our bunnies to stick in. Like I said, I'm more like building it up so it's not so deep for all of our greenery and stuff. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this garland from Hobby Lobby and use this as the greenery base for the whole thing. So I can just, it won't look naked, like you won't be able to see down in the bottom where I put that from. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure my tags are off. And then you can just fold it in half, or like you can cut strips to fit the length. Like if you just made a little centerpiece box, you might not need the whole garland. But I just like that as a quick like base to everything. On the Christmas one, I found a greenery wreath, and I just snipped the wreath and opened it up and laid it as the foundation. So there's some options. Like I said, so I don't have to use a bajillion picks of greenery and all that. Like these are $10 when they're half off week or whatever. Every other week. So I kind of like it lifting up, but you can see how instantly that created a nice full effect for our centerpiece. So that's a good hack. You haven't been to one, Kelly, they're awesome. Kelly, you could totally do one of these and do some chalk couture on the front there, my chalky friend. Okay, let's see here. I'm not a floral designer. I just like to, know enough to be dangerous and be able to do things in my own house. made sure that I had my heavy duty wire cutters handy. There they are. Because you do kind of need those. But yeah, so I'm not like professional floral designer, wreath maker, anything like that. I don't consider myself. You guys may be more talented in this area, but I feel like I know enough to like pick out things that I like and put them together that in a way that looks nice. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I saw a wreath at, like, we have a local home design store, like a high-end boutique, and they have florists in there. And I always think their stuff is beautiful, but their Easter wreath was like $280. And I was like, I'm not gonna spend $280 on something I'm gonna hang on my door for a month. So I'd rather figure out how to do the, you know, the $14 trug and also be able to repurpose this and use it for other seasons. And even the picks and stuff, I don't glue them in, so I can pull them out and put them in an arrangement or something different later. So that's just how I do, but you know. Oh, Kelly got chalk couture, yay! You should be crafting this weekend, girl. Okay, one thing I've learned that I like about the Centerpiece boxes is when there's pieces that kind of like extend beyond the box. I don't know how to say that. Like, I don't want it to be confined all in the box. I want it to kind of be bursting out. Is that a good way to explain? So I don't want these to be like in here. I want these ones to be like my long, like trail pieces. So I just gotta find a piece of the foam to secure it in. And then it kind of explodes out of the box like that. So I think I'm gonna do one this way and one this way with the blue. So I'll need 2 of those. Kathy, you agree, at-home store is the best. It's addicting. Like, I was like, what did I do before at-home opened? I love at-home, and home goods are fairly new in our area, and I just, yeah, I don't know what I did before that. Okay, so this guy's gonna go symmetrical as I can to the other side and have this blue piece sticking out there. And of course Hobby Lobby, any of the stores should have something similar to these. You know. Okay, so that is my kind of my base. And then I got some behind me, I'm stuck some of my hydrangeas so I didn't get swarmed with flowers. Okay, so the other thing I kind of thought about this box is it's like a week to Easter, or not a week, a month to Easter. But I probably want to keep this out longer than that. Like, it will be longer until I put up like summery decor. So I thought if I can pull out the picks that make it seasonal, like the little green bennies and eggs afterwards, and use it just as like everyday home decor or something springy, that I would like that. So I'd get more mileage out of my centerpiece. So I didn't do like a ton of colors. I kind of stuck with these like white ones, and I would like that every day. And then maybe we'll do some of the pink ones. And maybe the cabbage. So just think about that when you're doing centerpieces. Like, could you add just like a big bunny pick to something, or like set like a ceramic bunny in your arrangement for now and then take it out later? So anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna snip down some of these hydrangeas. So I have a pile of them, and I just realized now when I'm holding them, like one bunch is white and one bunch is cream. So, hopefully that'll look okay together. Because I'm probably going to need more than one. Pamela, it's pretty already? Yay! You guys still there? I got a phone call. My sister called me, which may not be good because she's working class tonight. So hopefully nothing's going on in the studio that she needs me. I'm busy. I'm making pretty things here. Okay, snipping these. I'm just snipping all of them, but I don't know if we'll need all of them, okay? Alright, so you guys like the cabbage, so let's look at the cabbage. I have 2 cabbages. And these, I mean, that pick is something real. Ooh. So I think these could be on the ends, like, and I'm putting mine in, like, I was thinking on my buffet. So it's gonna be one-sided, so I'm trying to build it so it's like the front on your side. If you're doing something that goes down the center of your table, you probably do need to make sure, like I'd put a cabbage over here and over here, or that at least it doesn't look naked on one side. But I can get away with it a little bit on this side. So I made my base, now I'm just seeing if we can incorporate these cabbages and we still agree that those look good. Flowers that don't cross an arm and a leg. I mean, I think at home prices are, whoa, that was a little much, are pretty good. A lot of the stems I got were $2 to $3, but I mean, half price at Hobby Lobby, you know, is usually what I try to do. I don't, like I said, I don't do it for classes and things like that. I do it mostly for my own home, so, you know, and I do try to repurpose them, and, you know, I want to do something next year different for Easter, so I try to, you know, but I can use a lot of these for different things. Like these will look cute, just in like a metal galvanized bucket for spring and summer. Just the white works. Okay, so I'm going to start putting some of these whites in. So they are cream and white, can you really tell? Try to put a cream one next to a white one and look like it's intentional. Want to keep the leaves on there. Again, that helps with the fullness of it. So the greenery kind of just makes it look forward. Are we liking it so far? Do you guys like the cabbages still? Like this cabbage got a little smush. That one's kind of loud and proud. Okay. So any of you ladies who are here today who are signed up already for our handmade business boot camp, let me know so I can say, hey, Blake. Let me know. We've had like 25 people sign up, and I know you guys, I hope you're not like sick of hearing me talk about it. I just really want to help as many creative business owners as I can with this new program. I'm super excited about it. It's one of those things that's been on my heart for a long time, to how to really help people, and I can come on here and give tips and stuff for handmade business owners and stuff. But I think really this program that we're going to spend an intense amount of time together online is going to help really transform your businesses. So I think that's awesome. Oh, Nancy, I'm excited. And Jennifer is too. Yes. Yay. Okay. Felicia, let me know. I was thinking about setting up like a split payment plan. So if that's something you guys would want, let me know, because there was a couple people saying that might help too. So let me know. But I'm so excited about that, and like I said, hopefully we will make some major progress in your businesses over the next few months. Okay, I kind of dig it already. This is looking very full and cute. The blue ones might be out a little far. We'll see. We'll see. We can tweak them. Okay? So I kind of like that, and I could keep pulling like little pieces of that, the garland out too, because I want it to not be contained in the box. Remember, I like it flowing out like that. Okay, there we go. That's cute. Base flowers. So when I pull out my Eastery decorations, this could still be very cute, right? So, but we're gonna go the extra mile today because you guys said eggs and bunnies. So we're gonna work with those. Okay. Let me move this just a little here because we gotta get some eggs ready. I have pink hydrangeas too. We might put a bushel of those in there. I love it. I'm excited. Okay. Now these eggs are like the foam ones. So I have kebab sticks, which I could consider a crafting supply. Hang on, my phone just said it was at 20%. I'm having a heck of a time. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, Barb is in. Yay. Okay, so there's my maker friends. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to, well, okay, so yeah, so I use them as a craft supply, so I'm gonna put a egg on a stick. And then I can trim down the egg, the stick on the egg, however long I need. I probably needed more than that to stick into the foam, but we'll see. Okay? So I'm making these picks, even though they're not picks right now. I'm gonna use a sharp edge to go in. Hopefully I don't stab myself. So this is a quick way to transform. Any of those foam ones you can find probably at Dollar Tree and things like that. I don't know, I probably do want it to be a little higher, huh? Okay, so let's use these short ones I cut towards the middle. Cute, right? We liking the eggs? Okay. I love it. I'm excited you guys picked this. I think this is a little more farmhousey, a little more my vibe, huh? Make sure the little one gets down. Oh. Egg on a stick, let me tell you. Fun Friday night, huh? Those are really cute. Okay, I probably don't like the bright yellow ones. I'm not going to use those ones. I'm going to stick with the ones that are the pastel-y colors for us. Okay. And I actually like that this garland I use the brighter green because I think that's going to go with the moss bunny cuter. I don't know. I'm trying to stick in odd numbers, so I got like 3 in the front here. And maybe we can make 3 in the middle. Trying to mix up my colors. I love this so far. These kebab sticks are just flying everywhere. Flying everywhere. It's like surgery. Okay, so I've got some happy little eggs poking out, kind of like that. I can keep adding them. That one, this little stick is showing. Hang on. He needs a trim. Anything that you can buy foam that you can just poke a stick into, or even wood where you can like drill a hole and hot glue, like turn it into a pick. So, okay. So I like those. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, I have 2 bunnies, and I don't know if they should go like kind of in the middle together. Kind of in this middle section that's kind of the white. Make funny faces. I always think that. What do we think? I think those kind of in the middle are looking pretty cute. They stand out. That's fun. I'll probably add some more of the eggs. And then I was thinking a bow on one end of this. We need a little burlap bow. Yeah. I dropped an egg, a runaway egg. Hang on. There we go. Oh, I could totally paint the egg barb. That's a good idea. These are like little specklies, but I could totally use some paint and then fleck on some brown. So if you have foam eggs that are not the color you like, totally paint them up. For sure. Okay, I'm going to put a bow on this side. Let's see. Making a simple bow with this burlap. This is really forgiving if you're not a very good bow maker. I'm a pretty decent bow maker, but it doesn't have a front and a back, which makes it easy. And then what I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to zip tie around the bow, and I'm not going to tighten it. I'm going to leave it a little bit loose and put another zip tie on it so I can zip tie it around the handle. So I kind of rigged it up so I have a way to attach it. And then I could wrap twine around it or something like that, but it's just going to stay secure until I clip it off this way, okay? So, make sure my bow is doing the right thing here. It's a little crazy. It's got one curly side and one short side. Oh well. perfect to me. Do you guys love it? Love the burlap bow. Love all that. That is super cute. And that went together fast. Okay, I'm going to do a few more of the eggs because I like them in there. Oh, I see the hearts. I see the hearts. That means you like it. You guys had the best advice to use these little eggs and bunnies versus the other. I think that was good advice. It just doesn't want to go into the foam right there. That guy, he is stubborn. He's stubborn. I don't know. Trying to figure out. I just wanted to use more eggs now. Now I'm like, oh, I don't know. Okay. So I got all the eggs. I might as well use them. Barb likes it. Good. Oh, those are the same color. Okay, I think the eggs stand out a little more when you cluster them kind of like that, so that's cute. You want an egg coming out the side? Oh, the doggy just went barking at somebody. Want like an egg over here? That's cute. Right, a little egg peeking. I love it when you guys help me. Thank you, Kay. It's my pleasure. An egg by the bow. So I did that little guy. You guys want another one by the bow? I got the big cabbage here, so. Maybe I can stick one this way. I don't know. You guys. Straight on. I don't know. I don't think that one looks so good. Let me. Needs trimmed a little. An egg behind the bunnies, kind of in between. All right. You guys liking it? Kind of like sprinkled in there. I got one more egg that's the right color, I think. So. Everything looks beautiful. Yeah, you need a box, Be Still. Cool. So maybe we'll put one egg like popping out this way too because I put one on the other side. You liking that? I'm pretty impressed. And I hope you guys can see the bunny. It's super cute. And I'll probably fluff a little more. Like I said, it's hard building a little backwards to y'all. Or to myself. I'm trying to build it so you guys can see it. And I want to make sure everything looks good from the front. So, okay, if you guys make a centerpiece box or a centerpiece for Easter or spring, make sure you share it with me. Sundays we do a Sunday show off, Sunday share. And so I always encourage you to post pictures if you've been inspired or you've just been crafting this weekend. It's an awesome way to inspire each other and share creativity. And even if you have a business, you're welcome to do it. Yeah, or if you made something in the studio, share that. Just share what you're doing in your house. Okay? I'll take some good post pictures of it on my buffet, like I said, but I am super excited and I think I can use this for a few months if I pull out the Eastery specific items for sure. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic weekend. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks. I gotta come around there and shut off. Hang on.